Hello, my name is Jessica Ferguson, and I am a student at Grand Canyon University. I'm studying for my master's in early childhood education and special education, birth through second grade. And I'm taking a foundational studies in early childhood and special education class, and we're doing an assignment on dispositions. And disposition is defined as inherent qualities of mind and character. So we have three questions that we have to go off of and answer, and there are going to be a few answers for each question. So the first question, and I'm also using a self-assessment from my professor, so I'm going to be reading those when it's time for the question. So the first question was, what dispositions do you possess that make you a successful teacher? Which there are many. So the first one I have is, educators should demonstrate professional friendliness, warmth, and genuine caring in their relationships with others while providing intellectual, emotional, and spiritual support. So I work with preschool children, and a lot of them, this is their first in-school experience, so it's very important to provide a warm, welcoming environment. A lot of them, this is their first time away from their parents, so it's a little scary at first. So I work on a lot of social emotional stuff. I have so many books that talk about social emotional feelings, why they may be feeling that way, and helping them work through those feelings. A child, it's very important that they're excited to come to school, that they're engaged, that you're doing fun activities, and that you're pairing with them so that they really care about that relationship that they're building with you as their teacher, and that they respect you. That's a really big component in a relationship with your students, is if you respect them, they respect you, and building off of that basis. Another disposition that I firmly believe that I possess as a teacher is, educators should believe that all students can learn and should set and support realistic expectations for student success. So it's important to evaluate yourself and what you're doing for your students to make sure that it is on target with their abilities and what they can do at that age or at that level that they're at starting, and then working from there rather than giving them activities or assignments that are too challenging for them, that will just cause frustration, and then you might see behaviors come out and it just won't be good in that situation. So making sure that your lessons and your activities are developmentally appropriate for each child and building on from there. Educators should promote and support curiosity and encourage active inquiry. So children are fascinated by so many things we do in the classroom. I have a love for science and experiments, and they love that as well. It's very hands-on. I take out something called the splat mat. It's like a big tarp, and whenever that comes out, they get so excited and they know to sit around it and that we're going to do something that might be a little messy, but usually a lot of fun and engaging, and it's very, they learn new things, and it's so exciting. What dispositions do you need to work on to grow as an educator? So I'm working on one right now, which is furthering my education to become a certified teacher. So that's in the works, and I know that's something that I need to do because I need to be, as an educator, giving my children the top-notch education that they deserve. I do when they're available. I go to trainings. I've been to behavioral management trainings. I've been to autism trainings through my school, and it's really important to stay current and make sure I know what's going on in the field so I can give my students the best information. Educators should be sensitive to individual learning and social needs of students and embrace the cultural diversity of the community. So I want to bring in, for holidays around the world and for multicultural, we do different cultures and bring them into the classroom for children to experience them. But I feel that that's something that I could do a better job of doing more of. COVID kind of put a damper on things. We weren't allowed to have people in the classroom, but I want to, hopefully next year moving forward, have each family come in and share something that they do, either whether it's around the holidays or a cultural tradition that they do and incorporate in their house. I think that would be a lot of fun and a great learning experience. The third question is, what are the expectations of a professional in the field of education, and how will you uphold these expectations? So I have, educators should model integrity by their words and actions. It's very important. If I'm a teacher, well, I am a teacher, but in the classroom, these children look up to me, so I need to be holding myself to a higher standard. I need to be presenting myself, I need to be presenting myself professionally. I need to come in if I have any issues going on outside of the classroom. They need to stay at the door. They do not have a place here in my classroom because my children deserve the best version of myself that I can give them. I think that integrity is very important. I think it's beyond important to keep children's academic information and testing scores and all of that. Well, it's not I think it, I know that you need to keep all of that private between you and the parents. That's not information you share with colleagues or other people who might be inquiring, like another family member who doesn't have direct permission to receive that information. And it's very important to show up and be your best self for these guys. They are the future, and they deserve the best from us. So that is my disposition on education and for my foundational studies. Thank you.